Star player's pretty good with it.
And I want to pass, Matt LeBlanc. Want to pass this on to you, Mr. Bobuff, who did a beautiful job of renovating the whole property, and then doing a lot of extensive, not only renovating but beautifying the bar and grill. He did a great job. So Bo, he's now going to go spend 100% of his time as an oil field consultant, where he was very successful, I guess, for the past 40 years. So Bo, good luck to you. Thanks for having the thought of this particular business, and nothing but the best in the future for Wayne and Ginger Doucette. And if I can help, please, cousin, let me know, Wayne.
There you go. What else we got? We got Opelous's Little Theater right now is having their little summer classes. So if you got a child that wants to go in their camping, what they call the summer campers, give them a call, Dana Reed, 351-2591. They handle ages from 5 years old all the way up to 17 years old, different groups, teaching you all about being in theater, singing, dancing, doing the lights, doing the production work and everything. Very good calls here at Opelous's Little Theater.
Mr. Lawrence Severson of Marlin Energy has been elected chairman of the Louisiana Gulf Coast Oil Exposition in Lafayette, Louisiana. And I bring this to you because I happen to know Lawrence. Lawrence had 3 daughters, might have, maybe they're not all out of the Academy of the Sacred Heart, but I was telling Megan yesterday when we moved her to New Orleans, while we were in New Orleans, I mentioned that Mr. Lawrence had just been elected to this position. She says, Daddy, that man is so nice and so good. You know, he had 3 daughters at the Academy, so he must do pretty well because it's pretty costly. But on the other hand, knowing Lawrence, he's very on top of things. He's the person that informed me while we were waiting in line for father-daughter dance. We were taking pictures, and he advised me about this tax credit on your Louisiana income taxes with donations to technical equipment that you can buy for
the schools.
For schools, and get a very nice return, I guess you could say, on your money. And so I've participated in this program since because of his advice. And of course, he attended retreat in 2010, missed 2011, but he sure has been there on our capital improvement program.
Good God.
Thanks, Mr. Lawrence. We appreciate you.
Steamboat Warehouse. Get mom away from the smell of her own cooking. Go to the Steamboat Warehouse down in Washington, Louisiana. Great food from the steaks to the seafood, straight out the Gulf. Always the freshest. Chef owner Jason Huguet is always out and about, always looking for the greatest, most unusual things. The menu's always got the standards that you've come to love, but always something unusual, something different to try as well. Great wine selection, great ambiance, and an old Steamboat Warehouse built in the mid-1800s. Go by Steamboat Warehouse. Scott, Louisiana wins the cleanest city contest. No kidding. In the population category of 4,500 to 9,500. And we have a business in Scott. OPAC Financial? No. Oh, Cash America. No. I'll get it right. Sunrise Fast Cash. That's our new name over there. I gotta get them right. That's right. You got so many companies. And they're going to be holding a reception at City Hall at 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 14th, which would be this coming, a week from, is that right? No, today is only the, a week from, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. We got it. And the mayor there, Scott Mayor Purvis Morrison, called this a wonderful event. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably during his first year as the mayor. So this is a good way to kick off a successful stewardship of a town. And Scott is very much on the go. They're on the grow. Might even be a better word than on the go, because they're not going anywhere except they're expanding their availability for businesses to open. They aggressively asking for businesses to come and take a look at Scott, Louisiana. When you're coming in from the west,
It's the first big city you get to. And if I'm
Where
not
the West
mistaken,
begins.
they're the second largest city in Lafayette Parish, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Maybe I'm mistaken, but I
How's
think
that for
they're
a
the
stat?
second largest. And so you and I need to consider going over there. That's at 2:30. We'll be ready for little cookies and punch.
Sounds good. Also,
I'm gonna keep this out right
I
here.
got to note that Bailey's on the loose again. We talked about Bailey about a year ago. He's a black and tan German Shepherd in the Indian Hills area near the country club. There's a reward for him. 85-pound black and tan, good-looking German Shepherd. Call 224-7303. I even saw an ad in the wanted things today. Dr. Moise would appreciate it if you could give a call.
I was heading down Union Street. I was heading north on Union, and when we got to the red light there by American Bank, the light was red, so I had to stop. And there was a gentleman in a large dump truck that rolled his window down, and Vicky could see that this man was wanting to say something. So I rolled the window down and I bent over, and kind of like I'm doing right now, and I looked, and it was Frank Briscoe Jr. I hadn't seen Frank in a long time, but that personality of his is still the same, always a big, big smile. And Frank, it looks like we had seen each other very, very recently, while in fact it had been quite a while. So two old friends meeting at a red light, and good luck to you. And of course, he's still in the dirt business, hauling dirt.
The Wound Treatment Center, if you got any problems, if you got varicose veins, if you got something that won't heal, maybe a cut, maybe some surgery type issues that won't quite heal, maybe you've got diabetic type issues with your extremities, from your feet to your legs to your arms, go by the Wound Treatment Center. They can help you out with hyperbaric treatment, skin grafts, synthetic grafts as well. Dr. Carrie Thibodeau and the entire staff at Wound Treatment Center, part of the Opelousas General Health System, can help you get better fast.
Tom Vonche, our good friend from Channel 3 in Lafayette, by way of Eunice, Louisiana, where he resides, gets up and leaves out to work about 2:30 in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. And that's a good haul, especially with those foggy days.
After the show, goes back home and jogs for miles and miles. You can see he's tan and slim.
50 years in broadcasting. He started out by following his daddy, who was in the management side of the radio station KEUN is Carl Derwin.
Yeah.
And that's how he learned the ropes, according to Tom, of radio broadcasting, by observing the late Carl Derwin broadcasting news and sports on the airwaves along Vonche's father, Tom's father, who ran the management end of the radio station. So we too want to congratulate him. This article was retrieved off the computer in the Eunice Today News, and of course that's one of Mr. B.I. Moody's companies. All these little dailies around the state, 30, 40 of them.
He's got a bunch.
Part of the B.I. Moody family chain of newspapers. And so Tom does a great job, but he does a good job for the community.
Promotes the community.
Promotes the community. No bad things coming out of, kind of like the Bobby Dupre show along with Andrew. We try to stay away from the controversies.
Yes, sir.
There's enough room for other media to take that over.
Joe Smith Furniture. You need some furniture right now. Father's Day is right there. You know, Daddy would like something new, like a new recliner. They got something that fit any size dad. If your dad's a little bitty guy, if your dad's a great big guy, they got all the recliners. They got the sofas that recline over there as well. The recliners start as low as $198, so all the kids can put together, not have to spend a bunch of money to get Daddy something really, really nice. Go buy Joe Smith
That's
Furniture.
coming up.
And outlet. That's 2 weeks? A week from Sunday.
Ladrika Johnson Theory
Yes.
has announced that she plans to run again for the office of State Representative District 40. Looks like only yesterday when that young lady was elected, and here we are having an opportunity to again support her. And she's been pretty active in the legislature. She actually offered a piece of legislation that can affect the racetracks. It was offered on the benefit of Evangeline Downs, of which is within her district area. And but it'll also benefit, and it passed the House. I'm not sure if it's been passed the Senate and signed into law yet, but it'll also help the track in Benton, Delta Downs, and of course the track in Bossier City, Louisiana Downs. Now, what this bill would do, fairgrounds I didn't mention because they already have this in their package of legislation that was passed earlier. But the other three tracks either weren't included or didn't want to be included at the time. What this is, you can do account betting, which means that you are able to send some money over to one of these tracks, and then you can bet by way of your computer or probably online with your proper code. I don't know the details of it, but it's a good piece of legislation because what will happen there, we'll keep some of that money within the state of Louisiana, and there'll be a nice benefit to the horsemen. The purses will be supplemented with the income that this will do.
Whatever gets bet helps the horsemen, it helps the purses, but it helps the jockeys, it helps the guys on the backside of the track.
Some of this betting, what's happening now, is going offshore.
Overseas.
And when it goes offshore,
nothing stays here.
Well,
it's gone.
We might get a fraction when they want to send you something so they can get the signal. Yeah. They'll send you a little tidbit. But this way in the state, we'll get the proper funding. So anyhow, thank you, and I'm sure she was involved with a lot of others. I'm just aware of this one because I'm on the HBPA board, and I might add, we have really been spending hours and hours meeting in person at meetings and then conference calls. We went a long
keep the expense down,
call.
y'all dial in together so everybody doesn't have to stop what they're doing and show
exactly. Tuesday, Tuesday morning, went in about 10 o'clock on a conference call, and that went on till about 4:15 that afternoon, and that's been going on. A lot of things need some attention, and some of it needs some correction, and we're working to achieve that. So hopefully the horse trainers, the horse owners, everybody included within that huge industry give us some time, because it's going to take maybe longer than what we even expected, but we're all working at it.
There you go. Now we're going to have to take a break, TV and radio.
Oh, already?
For 3 minutes. We got to hurry up and do that and pay for the bills.
That's right.
Folks, I want to thank y'all for watching, and watch our sponsors and hopefully give them a little business, and we'll see you on the other side of 3.